Hey, this is 10-day relationship transformation, day 8. Today we're talking about authenticity and vulnerability. So these are super important elements of healthy relationships. And the reason that we're not bringing them in until day 8 is because we really want to lay strong foundations for them. So that's what we've been doing with cultivating curiosity, gratitude, releasing expectations, practicing acceptance, allowing our desires, all of those things. Those are bringing us deeper into ourselves, into more presence, and allowing space for us to begin to create authenticity and vulnerability. Actually, that's not even true. We don't create those things. We just allow them. We invite them. They're always there, they're always ready, and they're available for us to tap into. So authenticity is being yourself, and vulnerability is letting yourself be seen. So both of those can be a little scary. We're not necessarily taught how to be ourselves. It's just kind of an adage that we hear, but under that, we're generally getting the message, no, don't really be yourself. You're not lovable. You're not good enough. So we kind of have all of these beliefs floating around. And so to genuinely practice being ourselves and to actually allow ourselves to be seen, that's risky, that's bold, and it doesn't happen all at once. We start in little ways. We start in small ways to open up to ourselves and then to open up externally. So the 3-step process for healthy vulnerability is to see yourself, support yourself, and share yourself authentically. So this is not something that you have to do on your own. I have a 6-month program called Vibrant Vulnerability, which is an incredible container where you can be held and guided all the way through this process. So if this feels like too much to just try to jump into it solo, that's okay. Do not feel like you have to be on your own for this. You really, really do not, especially because this is work that all of us are in, and you can always turn to someone else. Hey, I'm working on being more vulnerable. Hey, I'm working on connecting with my authentic self more. So whether you want to join a program, find a group, or just open up to someone that you trust and see if they're interested in doing this work alongside you, that is really beautiful. But for the starting point, we're going to, for today's practice, you're going to write 2 letters. So the first one, you're going to write a letter to your authentic self. So the first phrase that I want you to write down, dear self, I hide you away because. And then just write what comes up. What parts of yourself do you hide? Why do you hide those parts? Who told you that those parts should not be seen? What made you feel like they weren't welcome? Are there places that you hide more of yourself and places that you let more of yourself be known? So just allow that letter to go. And I don't want you to set a timer for this one. Really just let it unfold. Let it happen and see where it takes you. I recommend writing about a page, but this is really a personal project and maybe you want to spend a lot more time with this. The second letter that you're going to write is a letter from your authentic self. And this one is going to start when we're really known and seen, ... And the reason it's a we is your authentic self is writing to you, connecting to you, letting you know that it is here, it is ready, it is available, and that when we are really known and seen, some really wonderful things are going to happen and some big fears are going to come up. So allow yourself to explore those in this second letter and just drop in, go there, see where it takes you. And remember, this is all a process. If you find yourself again feeling like there's just so much here, I don't know where to go next, you can always go back to day one. We can work with acceptance of where we are right now. We can move through day two into self-compassion and really being there for the parts of ourselves that are afraid of isolation, that are afraid of intimacy. We can just go through step by step, continue through each of these steps, or choose a practice that you want to come back to every day. What if shifting into gratitude is something that really helps you connect to yourself? This is something where you get to experiment and see which practices bring you more into yourself and feel like a really beautiful part of your daily routine. All of the practices that we've done this week are related in some way to meditation or to journaling, and some of them bring those two practices together. So those are always options that you can explore on your own. If you want more written prompts, you can check out the newsletter. You can check out my Instagram, which is at creating_nat. So there's lots of options for that. I also have a free group on Facebook called Vibrant Valentines, which you can join, get lots of ideas and support that way. And again, the 6-month program is still enrolling for 2 more days. So if that is something that you're being called to, now is the time to get in there, sign up, and really just allow yourself to continue to take this space, to move beyond the 10 days, take everything that we've been doing and carry it forward. Because the last thing I want you to do is to show up for yourself just in this moment and then abandon yourself again going forward. Because what happens with authenticity and with vulnerability is that they're so scary and they're so difficult that we are actually taught to reject ourselves first so that other people can't reject us. But when you've rejected your authentic self, so it's kind of over here, and then you go off and you try to have a relationship, you can never feel loved, you can never feel held, you can never be fully seen in that container, in that connection, because you've left your authentic self behind. So you've rejected it, and now you're causing it to continue to be rejected because it's not coming forward to actually be a part of this connection. So it's this double whammy. It doesn't feel good. It can feel a little bit safe. It can be those, protective walls that we have up. But like I said, in the process of healthy vulnerability, we come back to ourselves. We see ourselves. We find the support that we need. We get all of those pieces in place, internal support and external support, so that then we can go and share ourselves authentically within a connection, within a relationship, in our creativity, in our work, in our lives. And we just become so much more full, so much more vibrant, radiant, grounded, dropped in. And that's when people are drawn into our genuine humanity, because we're not saying, hey, I've got it all figured out. Look at me. I've got this perfect facade. Come and love me. We're saying, yeah, this is tough. I'm figuring it out. This is where I am. These are my intentions. This is how I'm feeling love right now. This is what's here for me. These are the feelings I'm not ready to be with, and I need somebody to come and be alongside me in this. So yeah, this is something we've experienced over the course of the pandemic. We got really isolated and we felt, you know what? It's okay to admit that we're not okay, because collectively we were going through that. And I want us to continue to remember we are part of a collective. We're not on our own. We don't have to stay isolated. We get to choose who to open ourselves up to. We get to set healthy boundaries. And we get to know and be known. And that is a gift and a luxury and an absolutely beautiful, incredible thing to experience. So excited to be with you in this. We still have 2 more days. Day 9 and day 10 are coming up. And I really want to thank you for showing up and honoring yourself today. I hope you are having a lovely week.